Hello everybody. The Mars Ketu conjunction, the transit conjunction in the sign of Leo is showing its complete colors. It's showing its true colors. It's not an ordinary conjunction. Especially the Mars and Saturn relationship, in addition to this Mars Ketu conjunction, the Pisaj Yoga forming in the sign of Leo is not at all an ignorable thing in Vedic astrological world. Its transit effects are clearly visible, and see this Mars Ketu conjunction, why it is very much important even in the natal horoscopy, in the individual horoscopes. It is very important when a person has Mars Ketu conjunction in the birth chart. It is called Pisaj Yoga because Mars represents your aggression, your strength and your drive. And the moment Ketu is conjoining with this aggression, your aggression would become headless. And when this whole conjunction is occurring in the sign of Leo, it is actually impacting the ego. So the ego driven headless aggression, this is the whole picture, because Leo is all about I, myself, me, right? These are the words: me, myself, I. This is Leo, self-expression, self-identification. This Leo world has a lot of ego, is full of ego. Leo is ego. Leo is self-centered. Even if you see the nakshatras in the sign of Leo, Magha, Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni first pada. So these particular nakshatras are all about self-centeredness, is all about me. The moment, see, they are very much, these nakshatras are very much comfortable as long as their comfort zone is not disturbed, as long as their ego is not disturbed. If you see Magha represents the throne, is a king, right? So I am a king. I am proud of it. That ego is present there. And even in Purva Falguni, I, the self-centeredness, as long as my self-centeredness is not disturbed, I am good to everybody. Otherwise, the moment my self-centeredness is disturbed, I will show my cruelty. That is this particular, nakshatra's energy. So fundamentally, Mars and Ketu transit together in the sign of Leo. It's called Simha Rashi, of course. The impact of the world is clearly explosive, ego-driven and karmic. So because Leo is a sign of power, government, leadership and self-expression. And this particular conjunction combines this Mars aggression with Ketu's sudden events and unpredictability and intensity, as well as detachment. Right? So here the picture is, as long Ketu is what Ketu is doing. Ketu is saying, if you are detaching from your ego, that is the ego is nothing but the Leo world. If you're able to detach from your ego and from your aggression, this is Mars is also present here. So as long as you are detached or you're not thinking about your ego and your aggression, yes, the world is safe. But the moment you are thinking about your ego, that is Leo, or if you're thinking about this Mars, that is aggression, if you're thinking about these two, yes, it's going to be a hell, right? Because Ketu is coming here to teach a lesson to the world. And now, the first thing I want to talk about is ego clashes among world leaders. See, Leo represents kings, presidents and heads of state. Mars is nothing but the aggression. Ketu is the confusion. Ketu is a karmic planet. It indicates intensity, detachment and also sudden events. So this whole picture, Mars-Ketu transit conjunction in the sign of Leo, is causing some kind of diplomatic breakdowns, some kind of authoritarian behavior you can observe in the world leaders, right? Everybody is feeling they are the great, right? And also see the public humiliation or fall of powerful figures. fall of powerful figures is very much clear, because if they are not letting go of their ego or aggression, yes, there is a fall of powerful figures. You will see in the next upcoming days. This whole conjunction, this transit conjunction is for 51 days. That's from 7th June 2025 to 28th July 2025. In the dates 22 means 22nd July to 28th July, this particular conjunction is going to become much more intensive. And see, a world leader may make an impulsive decision, because as Mars is present here and Ketu conjunction is present here. So that impulsive decision that leads to a fall from his own grace, or a kind of scandal may expose, right? So this kind of behavior, this is a kind of you would observe a hidden abuse of power from one of the world leaders. And even the recent Israel and Iran conflict, you can clearly say this 13th June 2025, the eruption of war between Israel and Iran is clearly due to Mars and Ketu transit conjunction in the sign of Leo, with Mars watching Saturn with its 8th aspect, no doubt about it, right? And very, very clearly a new war would also start between some countries, right? And especially if you observe the sign of Leo, this Leo is very much related to USA, Israel and Iran. This conflict would go to some next level. And Mars plus Ketu conjunction, it is very much famous for sudden attacks without clear ownership. Sudden wars or military strikes with hidden motives. You can clearly observe on stage these kind of things. And in Leo, this particular energy manifests as national pride wars. This particular conjunction in the sign of Leo is also indicating a kind of military action in the upcoming days, kind of bombings of monuments or attacks on capitals like, Kyiv city. You might have seen for the, for so many years, of course, it's happening, but you would see in another capital city, right? Another capital city, there would be some attack, right? Not only in Ukraine, Kyiv, it's happening for a long time, but in some other country on the capital, there can be kind of attack because of this particular, energy conjunction in the sign of Leo, because Leo represents the powerhouse. It's the administration house, right? So that's capital city. And Mars Ketu conjunction is kind of a military action or bombing of monument, on attack on a capital city. This is very evident. And countries with Leo sign attached like USA, Israel and Iran, these would be impacted in the upcoming days for sure. And rebellious movements you can observe in the countries, and headless leadership as well, because Ketu represents a headlessness, and as it is this particular whole energy, headless aggressive behavior in the sign of Leo can definitely lead to, kind of, even you would observe some protests without leaders also. There is no leader for that particular protest. There is no leader for a particular movement, and a movement without any direction, no leadership, nothing, but there are some protests, there are some movements. So Mars would add kind of fiery energy to all these revolutions, right? So revolutions would ignite without any strong leadership, and rulers may be challenged by their own people. The own people of the country would challenge their leaders for all the mistakes they have been doing for a long time. This is the time of punishment from Ketu, right? Kind of youth movements also may turn into kind of violent scenarios, because Leo is a kind of youth representation as well to some extent, as Leo is ruled by the sign of Leo is ruled by sun basically, so it's also representing kind of solar power and light. So you can observe the global fire disasters, the power grid attacks, or solar storms in the upcoming days, right? And sun solar flares and all these things, these are very much fundamental, very much evident from this conjunction. Large scale wildfires, because full fiery energy. Mars is a fiery planet, Ketu is a fiery planet, Leo is a fiery sign, right? So this is the energy. And another important thing is Leo is very famous for stock market and economy as well. Leo is natural fifth house, which represents the stock market related things. So due to leadership crisis, this particular stock market crisis would also happen. Stock market crashes, you would see some currencies devaluation would happen, and also loss of investor confidence would also you can see in the upcoming days, right? So sharp market reactions basically, right? And as we discussed in our previous videos, the entertainment industry would be impacted a lot, because Leo is the sign of entertainment industry. You can see any popular actor would have one of the planets in the sign of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, or in the sign or in the nakshatra of Rohini. These are all famous for this particular entertainment industry. Among these all, Leo is very prominent. Leo is a sign of entertainment industry, and as Mars Ketu Pisach Yoga is going on in this entertainment industry, there would be sudden celebrity downfalls you can observe in the upcoming days, and lot of scandals related to scandals related to these actors and performers you would see in the upcoming days. And also film industry boycotts, film industry would be impacted clearly because of this one. But what is the remedy? There's a lot of furious energy is going on. Then what would be the remedy for this? Ketu, what Ketu wants here, Ketu wants your ego to be cut off. Surrender yourself to God. Then that's it. Then there's a kind of karmic detoxification. We use the word detoxification for our health and all, right? So Ketu wants this karmic detoxification in the world. Ketu wants to purify, the world. So as long as the people, they surrender their ego and they detach, they are detached from the aggressive behavior, this particular conjunction in the sign of Leo is spiritually transformative. It's very good for you. The only thing is, do not let your ego act. Do not let your aggression come out. That's it. Right? So everything is going to be very good as long as you do it. And better you chant Hanuman Chalisa, you can chant Ketu mantras, you can offer water to Lord Surya, right? You avoid any ego related frictional environment. Practice some kind of selfless service. A service without wanting any kind of identity. A service without pride. Even though you're doing service, you're not taking the pride of it, right? You're just doing the service and you're not expecting anything. A selfless service. That's it. So clearly this particular conjunction is showing its impact in politics, military, natural events, and also economy. And public movements are going to be very much prominent, and if there can be some kind of headless protests you would observe, because Ketu is headless, right? And the positive thing is, by using this energy spiritually, you can grow. If you surrender to God, if you let your ego go off, right? And then if you're acting without aggression, then that's where your spiritual growth, right, would occur, and it's a very spiritually transformative period. That's what I want to say. Thanks for watching this video. In the next video, I'll try to post the impact of this transit conjunction on different moon signs. Thank you.